What's up? Vin Vegas. I'm going to give you my 5 picks for the LVH Super Contest. Now, for those who are not familiar with the LVH Super Contest, it is the premier ultimate pro football handicapping contest in the world. And it is at the LVH inside the Superbook. Excellent place to place your bets. Starting off, we have Seattle traveling to Indianapolis. Indianapolis is +3, and even action on both sides with the line fluctuating from 2.5 to 3 points depending where you get it. I got Indianapolis +3 at the Super Contest, and this is why. I love the pass rush of Indianapolis versus the Seattle banged up offensive line. They're missing 3 starters, including Okong, left tackle, out for the year, and Max Unger, the all-pro, all-world center. They're also missing the right tackle, and that does not bode well for Robert Mathis, who has 7.5 sacks this year and is playing at an extremely high level. Another reason I like Indianapolis is Seattle's on back-to-back road games, and then they're at that dreaded 1 p.m. East Coast start time. They haven't boded well there in the past, and they've gotten pretty lucky with breaks to win the first 2 games that they played at that time slot here. I believe their luck runs out, no pun intended, but I do like Andrew Luck in this scenario, even against a very premier defense. He makes good decisions with the ball, he's elevated his play, and he takes care of the ball. They're only averaging giving up a turnover a game compared to Seattle offense giving up the ball 1.5 times a game. I like Indianapolis in this spot. I'll take the 3 at home. Next, I got a sneaky play for you. Carolina goes into Arizona. Now, 80% of the betting public is on Carolina, but the line moved from 2.5 down to 2 because the Sharps are with me and are taking Arizona on this one. I got Arizona +2 at the LVH contest, and I'll tell you why. Carolina on the road has not looked good. When I looked at the game film, I didn't look to see what they did against the Giants because they were at home. I went and saw the Buffalo game film on when they up to Buffalo, and their defense gave up 436 yards, and they got outgained by 130 yards. Now, why? Because their secondary is weak, and I believe Palmer and Fitz can take advantage of that. Another thing is Carolina does run the ball well, but middle linebacker Darrell Washington is back from suspension, and he's an excellent run stopper and all-around player. Arizona is also very good at home. They shut down Detroit's offense in the second half, allowing 0 points, and I believe they can give Carolina similar problems. Arizona is also a very undervalued team, going 3-1 against the spread. Once again, I think you're getting good value against a team that's 1-2 against the spread in Carolina. Don't get over enamored about what they did with the Giants. The Giants were struggling on the road. I like Arizona +2 in this spot. Next, Detroit at Green Bay. Now, Green Bay is laying 7, when it seems like a lot of points because Detroit is a good team on both sides of the ball, especially on the defensive line and their offense. But their offense sputters at times. And I do like the fact that they have struggled against the Packers, going 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 games. And McCarthy is 6-1 against the spread off a bye. So Green Bay is a team that prepares very well with the extra week. And I love the matchup of Aaron Rodgers versus a banged up Detroit secondary. You know, they're missing Houston and Quinn, and even if they play, they won't be at 100%. And they happen to be the best 2 players on that secondary. And then the trends are just overwhelming. You know, the Lions are 4-11 against the spread at Green Bay in their last 15, and they're only 1-4 against the spread in general on the road in their last 5. I love Aaron Rodgers to play effective, execute, and have a really good game against Detroit at home. Love the home field edge for Green Bay. I went ahead and laid a 7 on the contest. Next, the public is finally with me on here. I've been begging them to get on Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos, and they finally did. Now, Peyton Manning versus the DBs of Dallas just doesn't seem fair. It isn't. It really is a bad matchup for most teams that face Denver. But I like Denver in this spot particularly because Dallas just can't keep up trading points with Denver. Denver averages 483 yards a game. Dallas averages 340. And Dallas just got outgained by 187 yards to San Diego. Why? Because of excellent quarterback play by Phillip Rivers. If they had trouble with them, I believe they'll also have trouble with Manning. Now, I believe you're getting great value here with Denver, even though you're laying 7.5 on the road, because Denver is so good in the red zone, and they cash in and get points. Now, another thing, the home field edge is kind of mitigated here because Denver is such a short trip to Dallas, and everybody knows Cowboy Stadium is a tourist attraction. So you can expect 65% Dallas fans at 35% Denver. The action is 77% on Denver. Public loves it. The line moved from 6 to 6.5. Next, Houston plus 6.5 at San Francisco. Now, like I said before, San Francisco is my number one team in my power rankings coming into the season, but they just haven't been the same. And I think you're getting incredible value with Houston here. Houston has been better on both sides of the ball. They've averaged 410 yards a game compared to San Francisco's 331 on offense, and they've only given up 254 yards a game on average compared to San Francisco's 300. San Francisco also hasn't taken care of the ball well, averaging their offense is giving up 2.3 turnovers, per game. Now, they're also banged up. You got no Willis, and then Alden Smith is out in rehab. Rogers is banged up, Nandi's banged up, Smith is banged up, McDonald's banged up. Not the same team. Another thing is Kaepernick hasn't been playing the same. He has a quarterback rating of 81. He's only completed 58% of his passes, and he has a 5 touchdown to 4 interception ratio. I think you're getting great value here with Houston getting 6.5. And those are my 5 LVH Super Contest picks. Indianapolis plus 3, Arizona plus 2, Green Bay minus 7, Denver minus 7.5, and Houston plus 6.5. Now, you can check me out on ProFootballCentral.com and Football Wager Radio, and we will be airing live every Saturday and breaking down all the games, and I will be giving you my teaser special there. Follow me on Twitter at Vin Vegas. That's Vin_Vegas. And best of luck to all. Vin Vegas.